many different areas of the court we can use in personal practice, our practice alone. It's just me out here, and I want to work on ground strokes, okay? Now the court is 3 feet short of being almost 3 times as long as it is wide. 3 feet short of almost being 3 times long as it is wide. So it really is more of a narrow sidewalk than this big thing to hit into on the other side. Out of the middle of the court, we only have 19.1 degrees before we miss wide. So that's a small movement of the racket face. The ball is only on the strings for 0.3 to 0.6 milliseconds. That doesn't seem like we have a whole lot of time to execute this, right? And so we have to be quite precise. Hitting straight is going to be your best friend. Okay, we hit straight on slight angle changes. So to do this by yourself and get really good at hitting straight, we're going to use the alley. Okay, it's a really small target, an actual narrow sidewalk to hit into. Okay, and so I'm going to use this, and the kids know the progressions of turn, set, toss. You can let it bounce twice, and then hit and hold until that ball bounces or hits the fence. And body balance. We need to be able to check our finish. Now that's an intention, you have to pay attention to detail, great detail right here, because if I just go here, do this, I'm hitting straight, right? But I have no idea what my finish looks like. I don't feel like I can recreate that under pressure. We want to build bulletproof swings for when we are down 30, 40, and we're down match point, and we got to hit a ball down the line. Okay, so it's good to slow it down. Tennis is one of the few sports that doesn't slow it down. Okay, right there, I'm going to hit that all day. And then go to the basket, get another, go from my ready position. And we have eyes. Let's use them to check our swings as we go. Now, everybody is slightly different. I want you guys to know that, as we go through the stroke production stuff, I'm giving you guys like a really solid Christmas tree, and then you guys put the ornaments on. Okay, that's the style. I don't necessarily care if the racket's there or, we're slightly oriented different. That's okay. But the basics have to be the basics, and it's just fact-based tennis. The swing has to go high, low, high, inside out, and we got to go through the point of contact through that 0.3 to 0.6 milliseconds. Okay? And so I'm going to pay great attention to this, okay? Now this is just one way to go about it. Now on our backhand, we're going to coil up with our left hand and then reach for our right and hit and hold. And we want to place really, really good emphasis on holding our balance, because it's a game of balance, all right? The more on balance we can be, the better shot we can strike, right? So, I'll give you guys a couple good things to do. So that is from a very static position, right? So, what if I want to make it slightly more dynamic? And let's work on forehands, dictating play. Who prefers their forehand? Players and parents. Yeah. So, pretty much all the time we're going to prefer our forehand. And so let's work on something that, I'm going to dictate play with my forehand. I'm going to toss out a ball to my right. I'm going to hit it cross court, and then I'm going to come back to the middle, split step, run around my backhand, and then hit inside out. Okay? Simulating a point that I would want to have. Okay? Like I was playing a point. Okay, I forgot you guys were here for 4 shots. Okay, do you guys look like that when you practice by yourselves? No, but you can. It's just focus and what you want to get out of it. You get out of it what you put into it. If I did that drill for 30 minutes by myself, not even 30 minutes, 15 minutes on a Sunday, every Sunday, I'm gonna become a better tennis player. I'm probably under pressure gonna have that play in mind and be able to execute that play pretty well, okay? And so that's whatever pattern that may be. If I wanna work on my slice and come out here and come back and then work on opening up the court, whatever pattern that may be, that's fine, that's up to you guys, okay? Another thing we can do is toss ourselves volleys. Who here has heard me tell you, shorten up the backswing on that volley? Everyone, okay? So this is a really good opportunity to not move. The ball isn't coming at us. We are not rushed in any way, shape, or form, and we can set that racket as far back as we need, a good frame of reference. If I do that and hit my head, I'm too far back. So if I'm out in front, I get to absorb through my shoulder. Can we all agree that the shoulder is stronger than the wrist? Yeah, use the bigger muscles. And all I'm gonna do is fall forward. I'm gonna toss, I'm gonna fall forward, I'm gonna check if my head is over my toe so that I've transferred my body weight into the ball. Body versus tennis ball, body's gonna win every single time. Backhand, a little bit of athleticism here. We're gonna have to, I call it juggling. We gotta juggle here, connect the hands, and then go forward. Head is over my foot, hand to hand makes a line in front of me towards my target, okay? So if we struggle with that, if we feel ourselves going like, oh, that's not what we would want, we can use the net, use the court. So if we're here, for some of us smaller people, you can use a bench, but for like Warren's size here and the older girls here, we can use the net. And all we're gonna do is turn. We can make our checkpoint right here of not hitting our head, and then falling forward with that racket kind of sliding on the net. If you feel like the racket's behind you, then the hand's not coming with you. Or if the racket comes off, that means the racket's going well too far ahead of the body, okay? Who here, and these are just ideas, guys, ideas, and if a parent is just watching and they're not hopping in, you guys can say like, let's do just ground strokes this Sunday, or let's just do volleys, or a lot of times, what's the one you go work on? Serve. So I'm gonna give you guys a couple progressions. You guys have seen these. Parents haven't probably seen all of them yet. Who has this in their bag right now? Oh, yeah, so at home in a closet does not count, okay? So this is really good. It doesn't have to be two. I just don't want to untie them. But right here, figure 8, okay? Keep it continuous. If the balls hit your head, then you're not doing it right. You're not keeping the swing continuous, okay? It's a really good indicator of if we're having the right motion. A lot of times when you go out to serve, who tries to hit it really hard? Cam? Oh yeah. Cam's trying to pound it. He's trying to get his new PR on his serve. He can pound it now. Rarely do I see a young player come up into this area of the court and work on getting the ball into the box with the right amount of spin, okay? Great option is choking up on the grip. We have more control over the racket face if our hand is closer to the racket face, okay? And we know, I'm not gonna go over as much of the technique, but we all know that we need a palm down serve. That's not gonna work. It's not gonna create the spin. We can talk about that another time. But we're here, and I'm on balance. My head's forward, I'm going back, I'm going forward, I'm brushing up on the ball. And a way to get the angle of the racket face going in the right direction is finishing behind the back. We're over-exaggerating what the arm it should be doing. Is long axis pronation going out to the right, but continuing to go on a steeper angle because the shoulder needs to be loose. You can only go fast if you're loose. If you're tight, the body tightens up and we slow down because it's protecting the muscles that need to go fast. Okay, so we do this because you have to be incredibly loose. If I'm tight right here, I'm not going anywhere. okay? So feel that motion and see how light that is, okay? Where do we need to go on our serve? Where is our target? Okay, in front of us. Okay, so if our body is going back, it's going to be really difficult to go forward. Simple as that. So another great thing to do by yourself is running forward, and we can shadow, hit, and we're just going to walk to start. I'm going to start walking shadow. I'm not going to stop. Shadow, hit, shadow, hit. And then I'll just backpedal back, keep it a little dynamic. And then I'll go again. Okay, what this does is it gets my toss in front. If my toss is in front, my body's going to be in front. Okay? A lot of us toss behind our head, and it's going to be real obvious right here as I toss and walk under my toss. So you got to lead yourself. Again, this is an over-exaggeration. I hope none of you guys are like this on the serve. But we have to get the toss going in the right direction in the first place. Okay? Last serve progression right now is we're going to turn, step out, turn the shoulders, and then hit. We step out, we load, turn, we toss, we hit. This helps us stay on the hitting side of the body. Okay, it's really hard to stay on the hitting side of the body when part of my body's pulling me that way. Okay, so when I bring this foot over here, whew, it's like Christmas. It's easy, it's fun, it's fantastic. Okay? But out here, I have to keep all of my body weight on that right foot because everything is happening on the right side of my body. Okay? So we're going to have the kids, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're going to have 11 people